Today, we're going to talk with a local entrepreneur who has gone from rock star to following his passion and creating multiple successful business. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hello, this is Michael Loftus for Wealth and Wisdom TV, where education is the key to a successful financial future. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk with a local entrepreneur who used to play in well-known rock bands, but has reinvented himself by following his passion of music, wine, and also cooking. This is a great story. I know you'll enjoy. So let's go to the interview with Paul Cullen. Hey, welcome back. This is Michael Loftus, and I am in Paul's kitchen. So today I have a great guest, Paul Cullen. So first, tell me your background.
I'm a musician for 36 years, and most notably in the early 90s as the bass player for Bad Company.
I actually saw the video last week on Facebook. Rather fabulous hair, I must say.
Thank you very much. Long, flowing black hair.
Yes, so with a lot of stories like this, he was, international musician. Now he's in sleepy little Delaware. So how did you get here and to creating this new image and, could I say, person?
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely a reinvention. From rock star to personal chef, level 2 sommelier.
Hold on one second. Rock star.
Rock star. From rock star to level 1. Personal chef, level 2 sommelier, and then I play guitar now. So
that's awesome.
So I came here to the Lewis Rehoboth area 17 years ago on vacation.
So tell me about how it became a business.
Well, I think in the last 10 years, when I put down my bass in 2006 and picked up guitar, started writing my own stuff. So I wrote my first CD, Dream Dance. It was recorded in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that was the beginning of my solo career. And now I have 5 solo CDs out since then, and which I find really rewarding because before that I didn't have any. So now I have 5. And then in the meantime, I became really interested in wine. I learned some of that from Mick Ralphs, the guitar player from Bad Company. He always had a nice Chateauneuf de Pape from France, which is still one of my favorite wines. And he turned me onto that. And he turned me onto that way back, and it just kind of festered into a love for wine and a love for the way wine is made. That went really well. I decided to do my own wine back then from California, which didn't work out real well for me financially, but that's okay because it pushed me into doing what I do now, which is in-home dining. I cooked for over 2,000 people in 203 different kitchens last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the one thing is you've always focused on the Italian side. Mm-hmm. Why? My
mother was full-blooded Italian. Taliaferro was her maiden name, so I grew up in an Italian-style family. Even though I'm Irish, we always spent time with my grandmother Taliaferro, and she was an amazing cook. And I would watch her cook. And in fact, there's a picture my aunt sent me. I'm 3 years old, sitting on my mom's lap watching my grandmother cook. So I've been making ravioli and gnocchi and all that since I was about 9 or 10 years old. All my friends were playing baseball. I was making ravioli. Hence, I suck at baseball. But I'm really good at ravioli.
Really good at ravioli.
I would have never made money at baseball, although I was a good athlete. Never happened. And so that passion always, was always with me. So over the last 3 or 4 years, I've really turned that into a thriving business. I mean, 2,000 people. That's incredible. I'm still blown away when I added it up at the end of the year last year.
So last year, we were talking, having a glass of wine, and I asked the question, there's only so many hours in a day.
There's only so many Saturdays too, because everybody wants a Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. So how did you go from that to Paul's Kitchen?
Well, I knew that, and I think some of that stuff as we discussed it, what's the next step? I needed a kitchen to be able to do cooking classes, which is what I'm doing tonight, and chef's table dinners for people that want to come here instead of having to come to their house. Little events where we have a patio with a tent over the top. So we're going to make it a little catering company, maybe some products that you can buy, come by the kitchen and buy, and also farmers markets. Now we're able to sell and make stuff from farmers market or for farmers markets legally.
Here you are, Cinderella story.
What an incredible Cinderella story. This unknown comes out of nowhere.
Right, overnight. Everyone thinks that success in business happens overnight.
It's a long road this
Of course it never does.
No.
Nothing in life is free. Nothing happens overnight. It all takes tons and tons of work and tons of talent and tons of serendipity.
So, let's talk about some of that and how you evolved and you've grown. What's more challenging, learning new recipes or becoming a sommelier and getting down to wine?
So all three, I had three things, right? Guitar, which I don't play up until 10 years ago, I didn't play. And then being a chef, which I hadn't done, and then a sommelier. I just got my level 2 last year. So the hardest part of my day is which one do I pick that day to learn a little bit more about?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I have to pick and choose. Sadly, guitar goes away sometimes, but the cool part is I get to pick that up every time I do an event.
Mm-hmm.
Like tonight, when we're done, everybody's done eating, I'll pick up my guitar and play, and I record Facebook Live, so in case I record, I have a new song, I've got it on tape. So I try to learn about all of them. I guess the wine is the hardest part, but that being said, I've narrowed my education into just Italian wine now, because I'm all Italian, food, wine.
But you're Irish.
Right, but I'm Irish and Italian.
Yeah.
And Italian, yeah. So, well, I like whiskey too.
Yeah.
I like scotch, but, and cigars, but anyways.
Stay focused.
Stay focused, yeah. So yeah, it's a challenge. The challenge is not having enough time in the day to keep learning, but I still do though. I take the time to do that.
What are your biggest challenges, in doing multiple businesses? And what's next for Paul Cullen?
For sure, staying organized and making sure that my to-do list gets done. And luckily now I have Nina, who's my side-by-side assistant, and she helps prep, clean, kind of keeps me clean, making sure my kitchen's clean, and making sure that I'm on time and we have everything we need when we go to people's houses. That's one thing now. As we move along, we'll be adding more and more people. So I'll have a team. Right now I have kind of a team. Nina's full-time, and I have people that help me on the side. And the other venture that I have, which we haven't talked about.
Oops, hold on, another plug.
That's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
So this is my new wine from, which you just told me you had, so I gave you a bottle.
Yes.
Is from Tuscany, and it's my private label, Paul Cullen. I wanted to honor my Italian side, Italian family. And this is from my friend's vineyard in just south of Siena in Tuscany, near Montalcino. So because it's near Montalcino, it actually has the flavor profile of Montalcino, just not in the region, so you can't call it that. But
which is why when I came in, I said, look, I had it, I really enjoyed it. It was very earthy. I felt like it was, from that region.
Soft
not too bad.
tannins.
I'm not even, a sommelier, right? I'm just a drinker.
Yeah, and you drink that wine, so you know. So that's what the deal is that the thing about wine is you know that flavor profile because you drink that wine. Mm-hmm. That's how you learn. It's muscle memory. It's nose, taste, smell, the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, great. So for me, I think the opportunity to come out and talk with Paul, and hopefully we're going to have some great video tonight as well, but the story is, it's not overnight. You got to grind it, okay? Organized, well, he is creative. He's struggling.
I got
with
that side. Is that the left side?
Yeah, he is creative. Give him a break.
I just don't have enough time in the day.
Yeah. But I think the best thing is always think big. Big picture, what's the next step?
Yeah.
Because if you're a small business owner, one person, there's only so much time in the day.
2 words.
I see a red light, so last words.
Follow, 3 words. Follow your passion. Follow your passions, whatever that is. That's what you need to focus on if you want to be happy in life.
Speechless.
I know.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. This is Michael Loftus. Lots of great stuff coming up with Paul. Check him out on Facebook. We'll have a link. Launching a YouTube channel with recipes and all kinds of cool stuff. Thanks so much for watching.
www.paulcullen.rocks. How cool is that?
Very good.
Not .com, .rocks.
Yeah. All done.